Good morning, everyone. This is Carol Jeter from the Hamilton South Caddo Library. Today I'm bringing a little project that I think is going to be fun to do for the new year. These are called memory jars. I know many of us don't have time to journal or to keep a diary or that sort of thing. So this is a good alternative to doing that. What you do with these jars is you take a little piece of paper or little note, and you write down something that happens on a certain day that you want to remember, and you fill up the jar with all these little notes, and at the end of the year you go back through and see what your year was like. 2020 would have been a good year to do that, or maybe not so much, but I like to put things in there like my little granddaughter's funny little sayings and things that you want to remember. You think you will, but you really want. You can use any jar that you'd like to do this with. You can just use an old mayonnaise jar and that'll work fine. You don't even have to decorate it up if you don't want to. But the fun part of doing the jar, I think, is decorating it up like these, or any way you would like to do it. This jar is from, this jar is from one that we did in a craft program here at the library in 2013. This is a jar that I made then. I brought it from home. It was full of little things that I put in all that year. But like I said, you can do it any way you want to. Today I'm just going to show you another one that we're going to do for 2021. On this one, what I did was I just took some scrapbook paper and put it on here, and that I just thought was a light, and then I went to Microsoft Word and typed up this and inked it up a little bit and glued it to this page, and then put the whole page on the jar, and then just added these embellishments, which makes it prettier. I actually took the top and painted it gold, and I put this, this is from a punch that you can get at the craft stores. It will punch paper to the shape you want it to be and the size. They have all different sizes and shapes. I have a lot of fun with that punch. But, so that's what this one looked like in 2013. And then this is just one I was playing around with the other day. But the one I'm going to do today, what I'm going to show you today is this one. We're going to start with this one. Now, this label, I found this on Pinterest. If you go out to Pinterest and you just type in printables or downloadables, in this case I think I put in vintage downloadables, and this came out. So I took it and copied it to a Microsoft Publisher program, and then I just entered a text box and typed in the words for this that said memories. You could, type anything you wanted to say, whatever you would like for it to say, you could do that. It's a very easy thing to do, but if you don't know how to do it and you have problems with it, you can come to the library and someone can show you how to do it. It's fast and quick and very uncomplicated. But just, you can do so much with this. You would not believe all the images you can find if you go out to Pinterest and just type in those words. There's also a web page called graphicsfairy.com. Graphics Fairy is all one word. Those are free images, copyrighted images that you can use for crafts. It's great. It's a great web page. But anyway, what I did with this one, I already glued the label on there for this. And for this one, I did not paint the lid. I kind of wish I would have, but I went ahead and just put some trim around it. And then I used some scrapbook paper to punch this one out that kind of goes with the rose on the front. So you can just take that and you can, glue it to the top of your lid. Just kind of adds a little extra embellishment, to your lid. Try to get it straight, like this. And there you go. And then on this one, I have this pretty little flower that you can get things like this at Michael's and Hobby Lobby and Joann's. They have so many to choose from, it's almost impossible to choose. And you just, glue that on the top like this. And it's looks really pretty, I think, if you put that on there. The next thing I did was, what I'm going to do is tie a ribbon. You could use a pink ribbon, I just didn't have any, so I went ahead and just used this green. I think it'll go good with the label that we're using. Just tie a bow if you want. There we go. Just adds a little to the thing. And there's one other thing that I have. I found these little butterfly embellishments that I think are really pretty. I think one of these would look really pretty just sitting on the corner of this label. I'll show you how this looks. So I just put that on there like that. And then there's another smaller one that you might could put down in this corner, like this. Maybe you can't see that really well, but that's what it would look like. So there you have it. You have a jar that's just ready to be filled up with little notepads. And the little, what I did also was I went to Pinterest and printed out these little notepads here, little note. What you can do is just write on the back or on the front, whatever memory you want to put in your jar. These are easy to get to. They have tons of these on Pinterest that you can just copy and print them off like you want to. A lot of times what I like to, one thing I didn't mention on this one, if you'll notice around the edges, I did ink the edges. The way I do that is like, I have this label here. You just take this Distress ink. It's Tim Holtz. And you just go around the edges with your little applicator here. And it just defines the picture a little more, makes it more stand out in your jar, and also gives it a vintage look if that's what you're trying to do. So there you have it. That's just very easy to do. I think it's a fun thing to do for the new year. And you can, like I said, you can embellish it any way you want to, or you could just put a label on it if you wanted to do that. Here are some labels that I also found that you could use where it just says, I actually did the same thing on these. I just found the labels and then went out to my publisher and typed in this information. But this is a different style if that's what you would like to do. There's so many you can choose from. So like I said, you can decorate it up any way you would like, and I think it's just a fun project. So hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Bye.